And it is time again for a little bit of a relaxing backpack battling. Good. Let's look at our history. Silver gold, silver gold. Is this Platinum League already? On the Berserk. We're trying to reach the highest league and getting 18 wins. But at least 18 fights, just to see the game in its entirety, a complete run. Win or lose, that's alright, but if we lose before we see the 18 battles, we're gonna be sad. Let's have a new ranked game. Good. We're starting with a Ranger and a Nikki. This is unbelievable. Wow, is this lucky or is this unlucky? So in terms of sustainability and damage dealing, we're gonna look a little bit stupid. Let's buy the sword. Not make the torch. But we can slot the coal for continuous effect. And then we can re-roll. And get another gun, which is reasonable. Total for each luck. So let's give it a luck chance. Don't you need 2 of these guys? Yep, you need 2 lucky clovers in order to become a lucky bow. Something fortune. Let's see. Fortuna's hope. Yup. Good. This is all we can do. Let's pray, because we have nothing. Get it going. 2 guns. Very small guns. They don't have sustainability either. So that leaves us hopeful. On the other hand, why do they hit so hard? Come on, a crit maybe? Could we do win? Yes. Doing the first one in the end. Good. And Amulet Roulette for free. This deals damage, and it deals damage early game, and we have 2 quick things. So we're gonna keep that amulet. A little bit of inventory space. Are we going for the Lucky Piggy? Lucky Piggy? I don't think so. Let's reroll. There is the sustainability we're looking for. Nah, I guess we just buy it. Fine. Banana. And then somehow slot everything, including the banana, into the amulet. But how? Dim, boom, bim, boom, boom. So the banana a little bit outwards. But the things need to go inside of the ranger backpack. So this is how it's gonna look, except on the other mother. So if we were to do this, and the Amulet of Darkness is slot, give the bow some luck, and the sword, and regenerate, and we have a lot of stamina as well. Easy peasy. Now, the question is, are we going for the healing herbs here? They cost 4, but they're one of the best items early game. No, they're not. You just rack up the regeneration for the potentially powerful blood form. So let's start the backpack battle and hope that the amulet triggers very fast. We have the same sustainability they have. Magic badge. No, they don't stand a chance. Good. Super spacious. Bags appear more often. And we can speed up something like the banana. No rush, please, for cold debuff to start out the battle. Maybe. Smithing for dummies generates a whetstone as well. It's very cheap. Is it? On the other hand, we could have an unidentified skill. Let's do that. Good, the power of the moon. Fatigue starts early. And fatigue increases maximum health. We might sell this actually. Not early, but maybe late. Good, let's get inventory space. Should we upgrade the sword into a broom? Let's bank the stone and reroll. Bank the stone, he says. There's a bag of stones and it is on sale. Good. Even faster bow? Maybe. Another coal, not a good idea. So this looks good. We have sustainability, we have a ton of damage. Fatigue starts early. So we keep the pressure up. We might not even need the banana. Every 5 seconds, that's when fatigue starts. 5 seconds early, usually it starts at 10, right? No, now it starts at 10. No. That's early? Interesting. Good, they try to sustain themselves with their maximum hit points, but no dice. And they also debuffed us like crazy. We had a 65 accuracy on the bow, and a 70 accuracy on the wooden sword only. And we got a cold debuffed. A little bit of poison as well. Yep, the skull badge. A surprisingly long battle. Good. Repeat start of battle. Start of battle we have what now? Herbs for sure. And a lucky clover. After 12 seconds, too late. I'd rather buy a knife. We do need to upgrade our weaponry, that is for sure. But all of this is nothing, and the Nikki didn't deliver. Now they did. We have a fanny pack on sale and sand. We wanna get the big leather bag out, maybe. Which depends, doesn't it? What do we get next? Then we don't have money if we buy the leather bag. Let's reroll. Is another herbs? Good. So it's very high sustainability now. I'm wondering if we could do something. You target this. What if we were to do that there instead? And the bow even faster. Because 1.7 is not 1.4. On the other hand, the banana might profit even more from the fanny pack. No, it definitely does profit more from the fanny pack. But he has also a carrot. We don't have enough inventory space. We might get rid of the star. I know stars. 2.7 is also good for the amulet. I think we are going to make this happen here. We're going to make this happen way better. Good. And because of this carrot, nothing. It just cleanses debuffs. If you have no debuffs, no, if you have at least 4 luck. But we will not get the luck. We'll get the regeneration. This is all a bit... At least the banana triggers fast now. And with our pathetic damage output, we need to out-regenerate the opponent. And with the cleansing, I think we're gonna be in good shape. Maybe. Round 4. They have a hero sword and a Schmel totem. So they rack up the empowerment, unless we can punch through that leather armor. And we did. Fatigue sets in early. We have a good amount of regeneration and health regaining. They also regenerate a lot because of the potion. But in the end we prevail, of course. Ah, a leather bag on sale. Good. And then what we could do is slot the other Nana as well. And slot the sand, I suppose. What if we go for Mr. Sand? Because we have carrots to cleanse. Might be a bit too rough. 9 gold. Let's see what else is there. Aha. Nothing on sale. Let's just roll through here. Stamina stack is good on sale. Fanny pack not on sale, we still take. And we are going to slot it right there. Because we do want the quick cleansing for sure. And then we nano this up. But around 5 bucks of riches. I think yes. Because Nikki will make this into inventory space. And will save us a ton of money. How do we get 4 more gold? I think the banana on sale goes back into the shop. Sand to make a sand guy. Mr. Sir Sand here. Is 1. Staff Crutch is also 1. Or there is no or. It's either this or nothing. So let's do it. We need to stay competitive here. Economy wise. Right. And then we just trust. Trust in our herbs. And start at the backpack battle. Good. They're gonna have a hero shield and a very long spear which is slotted the wrong way around. And the claws of attack, but yeah, they have a proper weapon, they kill us. So much for trusting. Seemed like a crafting round here. And we did sell the Star of Courage, which means the Box of Prosperity will not even bring us money. We need something godly. Darn, that's not good, because here's only inventory space. Reroll. Is a Ripsaw Blade? That's a proper gun. Good, we will get rid of something. Not sure what. Yeah, Star of Courage, Box of Prosperity. There's nothing godly here. Even if we reroll now, we might not be able to afford. Maybe we should have gotten the whetstone now that we have the Ripsaw Blade. This is not good. 0.8 per second is the stamina cost, and you have 0.4 and you have 0.7. So we replace the sword. And we will make the gun even faster, I suppose. Short bow luck. Then do we throw the stones? Why not? Throw the stones as an afterthought. We could also turn this mother around. And now we're a little bit confused. Could move it upwards. Oh yeah. Nah. Put the sack in here. The stone's in there. Amulet of Darkness 2.5, 1.7, 1.8. You trigger. Good. Box of Prosperity useless. Boom, boom. Unfortunately. Banana can go in. Carrot, cleanse me. Sword and coal. Let's put the coal in the Ripsaw Blade. And not forget our food. Yes. More. Chipped emerald. Put it in the fastest gun we have. 1.8, 1.7. You then there. Stamina medium now. Let's have the chip to pass outside then. Wonder how much this is. 23. Right. And that's all we can do, unfortunately. Start the back battle. We have now a proper gun. Good. What about sustainability? They got nothing. And we got good. So that is very nice. And they're dead gem. Stamina sack on sale, we buy. Fanny pack not on sale, we still buy. Reroll? Ah, we do have a little bit of armor now. And a knife. I suppose. Is there room in here somehow? For the knife? No, there is not. Good, we buy the armor for fun. And we buy the knife for damage. That is good enough. Put the Neki upside right. And looking for opponent. Oh, it's a spiked shield. That's not good for us. I hope our healing will hold. And it's double axe. That's even worse for us. It's massive damage and there's a knife to meet you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they heal with a Schnelly. Can we be faster? Yes, we can. Ooh, that was a tough battle, actually. And see how useless gems are. How the heck did they get all these gems? Weird. And we don't get any gems anymore. But now we will. Piercing arrow, Yggdrasil leaf, or a pathfinder. Maybe we become a grove keeper. Generate 2 lucky clovers, 15 reached. Other buffs. Could go lucky with our stone theme. Pathfinder spikes we don't have. Hunter. Chance to gain luck. 40%, that's a high chance. Weapon C plus 50 critical damage. They remove 15 block on crit as well. So if we go strictly katana and just hunter them down. Maybe. What about the life binder? Ooh, we could gain a lot of mana and regeneration. And we could use some mana. 5 mana used, heal for 15 and cleanse 2 debuffs. But how? We don't have anything that uses mana. And will we get anything that uses mana? No. Definitely not. I think the most reasonable thing is the hunter. Deal more critical damage and remove 50 on crit and gain the luck. I mean, this is very reasonable because of the ranger bag. Good. Item activates. Right, here's something on sale. Ooh, there's a nice stone. Artifact stone heat, and since this is here, we are going to completely redo what we have. Even the bags. Good. Put this in there. Sort the bags out a little bit so that we know what we're working with. Good, the ranger bag. The Rivsaw blade needs to be inside the ranger bag. The artifact stone needs to be in between 2 guns. Do we want it near a knife or do we want it near a dagger? 3.5? Near... Do we want it near a knife or do we want it near a stone? Stone is 2.5 is quick. Accuracy we will gain. So we want it near a stone. Good. Which means this is the best we can do. Is it? Maybe not. Maybe this is the best we can do. How much gun do we have? We also have another short bow. And we do like short bows, especially with clovers. Because that's a crit every hit. Short bow and katana. And they're gonna get wrecked so bad. Oh, this can slot several weapons. How but a bow? This would slot just a regular stone. Once the item activates, oh, we have to give it something to activate. This thing does what? Oh, we gain heat, huh? We gain heat. Which is interesting. Do we even need this stone? Yeah, this slots two things. If we slot a proper weapon here, and not a stone, that would be actually fine, I think. Wait, what? You go here, correct? Correct, which means you go there. And then a proper weapon here, which could be the bow. Yo. It's gonna be Fortune's Hope later on. And then the katana. Over there. The katana has only 2 fanny packs, unfortunately. Let's make it 3 though. Katana is not a katana just yet, but of course we're going to look for it. Have a knife in the crit bag, why not? Good. And then we do Nana Carrot. The coal gets ignited, which is nice. Put the bags here. Dum bum bum. Nikki. Nikki, you say. Why don't we maximize the fanny packs like no tomorrow? Can we buy this? Oh, sure. Consider garbage stones. Now we have mana, and that transforms into luck as well. In the end, this is 24 only, but could be more. Ah, we completely neglected the Amulet of Darkness, because it's not our theme anymore. Right, but it still triggers, so that's fine. Keep the regeneration up and running. Wonder if this short bow will be just for luck and we will have a Bloodthorn in the end there. Probably not. Give us some stamina. And an unstable recombinator could be nice with the Amulet of Darkness now, and the knife as well. If we're being honest. The knife doesn't do too much for us. It might crit, but it might also run into spikes. And the shortbow does not. Recombinator for 6 next turn. Recombinate the Amulet of Darkness and the dagger for economy. Even though our economy is great. In this economy? Because we have the Maneki Neko since turn 1. Or round 1 rather. It's crazy pants. So many things on sale. So what are we doing? Are we even keeping the sword? Ripsaw blade into katana, or prismatic sword, or Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn still in the cards. You have 6 regeneration to kickstart the Bloodthorn scaling, but it's alright. Start the back of battle. We're gonna see in the future. Still, I think we want to recombinate this. The dagger and the Amulet of Darkness. Because it does not really help. We recombinate it next round, for sure. Let's look for an opponent. This is a Steel Gobert and a Broccoli Gobert. Nothing to report! And Farinir also chimes in. What is going on? Everybody viewing? Pretty good. Good to see you, Amatus. And Faronir, it is going fantastic. How did we lose this? How did we lose this? Easter's great, Shamatus. Easter's great. Gaming on Easter? It's the way to go. So how did they win now? Oh, they were amazingly slaughtered. Did not do the 5 gold difference on the scale though. Broccoli Goobert. Oh dear. 3 boomerangs? Yeah, they stole all of our buffs. Look at the 25 regeneration. Oof. Adventurer strongest class in our humble opinion. Still in the States? Yup. We're still in the States. Still here until the 16th. So that was rough, that loss. They just have a crazy build for this round. They do. But it's the Adventurer. The Adventurer has a... They have this. I wasn't checking. Maybe they had a bag of giving and got it all given to them. But maybe they were just lucky. What is this? What is this? We're in Bronze League. Bronze rank, and we get this Ranger decked, get this Adventurer decked out. And now we bought the Corrupted Crystal on Instinct. Good. We craft this up for no reason. Yeah, let's not craft it. We have enough inventory space. And we do want the unstable recombinator for the Amulet of Darkness and the dagger for sure this time. But we also grabbed the Corrupted Crystal. Because we thought this was a good idea. How about we sell the sword now? It's fine. Good. Recombinator. And how do we get the knife and the thing in? What's the plan for this build? Katana crit. Fortune's Hope. Fortune's Hope gives us luck. And the Ranger bag lets the Katana crit. And the Piercing Arrow plus 50% crit. And not only the Fortune's Hope will give us luck, but also a little bit of items over here. Well, the Artifact Stone, I suppose. And with the Artifact Stone, we have enough heat to make everything real quick. But yeah, that might or might not work. So we move this over. And then we recombinate, maybe not the Bag of Stones, but we recombinate the Amulet of Darkness and the dagger, like we thought, for economy, so that we don't run in a hopelessly overpowered adventurer anymore. We have to stay ahead. Good. And how did we become better this round? We didn't. We just bought the recombinator. It's fine. Let's go. Hopefully not get our buffs stolen, because our buffs are very crucial here. It's a poison deck, and they do have an Artifact Stone Death. It's alright. Fatigue starts early, and we don't get too much fatigue in the end. Oh man, oh man. Oh, come on, let's go. Crit, maybe? Wanna win this. Bam! 60 crit. Oh dear. Ooh, ouch. You should move foods to fill the arrow diamonds me things. Yes. Yes. I suppose we could. Ooh, look at this freebie here. The winged boots and a piggy. Wow. They can do more slots. Items use less stamina. Critical stuff lose less stamina. Acorn Ace. Don't have too many guns. Has super big boots, these guys. Health drops below, gain empower, cleanse 20 debuffs, and dodge the next attacks once. Well, they're free, and they're godly, so they could go into this. We could go in there as well. Wow. Is this so big? Could go into the slot there and give us the diamonds. Or gems, rather. Yeah. But we have to rethink this, because the food on the other side is, of course, the right call. So let's rethink this real quick. do have the inventory space. Also money. Full body protection. We have boots. We have leather armor. It's a no-brainer. Good. The crown with our blueberries here, making us invulnerable? I think yes. Please. And there's a Jinx tortilla on sale. I suppose. Bank the stone. Blood amulet and leather armor is notoriously good. I think we're gonna do it. And no, there is no particular lifesteal here. In fact, there's 0 lifesteal here. Yeah. But it is what it is. We need to block somehow. Let's grab it. What a fantastic round. Good, we toss this. And we will fit the boots and the power of the moon somewhere in the corner. And twist it maybe around to touch the necky in the end. But yeah. Flip this around somewhat. And this as well. Probably, because the man has to touch. Oh, wait a minute. What are we missing? This must go here. This must go away. And then we can move this downwards. It's gonna work out, I promise. I know, this doesn't look like that. It will work out. We have our stamina recumbrance there. And then we put food in the slot. And then we can still have some cleansing food. Also, you can move upwards. No, you cannot move upwards. Cleansing food. And you trigger fast, right? No, that's 4.1. Maybe the bird then. Wonder if the bird wants to help us out. Ooh, faster artifact stone heat. I think yes. But here would be faster bow as well, which is not needed. Good. And then the corruptor crystal in Fanny. Oh wait, how are you playing an old version of the game? It's a pirated version. We pirate this game. We don't pay money for things unless we absolutely must. Because first, we don't have much money. And second, if I would make this video game, this guy, whoever made this game, he already won. He won life, he won the internet, and he won game development. This guy is already up top. He does not need support. Do not support developers. So what he must do now, what is his responsibility, is he needs to make a box and put it there on his shop. And then you buy this box, and inside of the box is a portable version of the game. It doesn't need to be, but would be nice to have a portable version of the game inside of the box. And something fan merchandise, like a cloth map of items or whatever, and maybe a mouse pad or a little instruction manual how to play the game, or a figurine or some dice, like, you know, fan merch of the game. And then I would buy the game and put the game on my shelf with my other collection of gaming stuff, video games and collectible card games and all the stuff. Put it on the shelf there, and then I could look up and see, wow, this is my hobby, this is what I'm passionate about, and that's part of it, and I love it. And right now he's not doing it, so I pirate the game. And until he does it, I'm gonna still pirate the game. That's the reason why. Do not support the developers. The developers are here to support the fans, not the other way around. Because they are developers, they're gods. What they envision becomes true. So yeah. Just this bird is way better here, because it triggers the corruption and the bow as well. I think we want that. Still, we also want luck. What else could go right here? We can craft this for a moment, of course. The Neki in the somewhere. Do we bite the bullet and put the blueberries there? Maybe we could do this actually. It's a bit rough. We also waste a lot of fanny. Good question. Nikki is 15. Nikki used to be 20 before we clogged everything up. I think we can do something here still. There's not much triggering. So all the fanny packs are for nothing. That cannot be. We have to rectify. So one fanny pack is better now. And Nikki could go here. I mean, I'm not against pirating, and I don't support the digitalization of everything either. But I don't think I agree with everything you're saying. Rude, Faronir. No, that's fine. That is fine, even though I am 100% right. Which part? That he won life? Because maybe he didn't. But if I was a successful video game developer, I think I would be very, very happy and satisfied in my life. Possibly even more so than I am right now. Good. This is 11. This is 24. Put the moon thing here and give you something more valuable even. Like a piggy. Yeah, that's alright. Let's put these guys far away from each other as possible and the other herbs right next to each other. Good, and then we have the short bow. This is good. Full body protection. Items give 35% more block. This is crazy pants. Shaping up to become a fantastic build. Good. Piercing arrow completely slaughtered. Everything in the jinx. Neki over 20. Box of prosperity is making us rich. And that is good. Let's start at the back of the battle. Good. Right, they have a turbo schmelly, which is terrible for us. They're gonna heal a lot. Prismatic orb increases healing even further. I don't know if we deal a lot of damage. Well, the fact is that no developer can be successful or make anything for any of us to enjoy if nobody supports what they do. Rude, did you not hear what I was saying? All developers can be successful and make anything they want if they do as I say and make a box that I can buy, because then people will buy it. It's a fact of life. If you have fans, they will make you rich. That is just what it is. Fans make you rich if you sell them fanware, if you sell them merchandise. That is the first thing, right? The first thing of capitalism, first thing of commerce. You make people happy, and there are gonna be so many that you have more money that you need. That's how you become rich. You get more money than you need by having way more people that support you than you deserve. No, that's not the case. But by having a lot of people that support you, and they will support you if you do the right thing. And currently, I'm using this word support very loosely. They will give you a lot of money if you make them happy. And currently, these developers, they get all the money without doing what is necessary to get the money. So they don't deserve that money. This guy here, he deserves everything, but he's not doing it right. That's the problem. This game is fantastic. I love the game. For me, it's the perfect game. But the commercial back end of it is just wrong. It is just wrong because they're not putting in the effort there that they should put in. And the only point of argumentation I could think of is that people say, hey, it's good that it's digital because then the environment gets saved because you don't have the trash of the plastic garbage getting transported all around the world, and then come time eventually it gets thrown out and pollutes the environment, and the world gets dirty. But I think that is just a way minor part of the problem. Of course, consumer goods are the problem that wrecks the environment, but not the odd video game that gets sold. Think of the one-way razors. Why do they exist? They have no place of existing. You go to the supermarket and you buy a razor to shave your face, but you don't buy an electrical razor, or you don't buy razor blades. You buy a 10-pack of plastic that ends up in the dump. Why is this a thing? Because people are too lazy to take the razor blade out and put it in their razor? Is that the reason? Yes, of course, that is the reason. But that's not a good enough reason to kill the planet, in our humble opinion. Good, we bought the fanny pack. Customer key cards. Demo usage is still medium and we're very fast, so I think we want these 3 yellow chip to pass here. And we do want to look for another lucky clover. And we do want to look for look out for a redstone. There's the clover, good. How do we connect you real quick? Like that, Fortune's Hope. And there is a stone. Another box of riches. That could be good because then we could buy gems wholesale. Wouldn't have to piecemeal them together. That could be great. That could be fantastic. Also, we could go for the Bloodthorn still. I mean, that's why we collected the healing herbs. But no. It's not on sale, even if we don't find the other thing there. Honestly, that might have been a mistake not buying it, because the redstone later on is rarer than it used to be early on. And also, like we said, support. They don't need the support. If they have this game out, they already made it. They need the support before they make something. When they're done and they ask for money, then they're already there. So no more support, they're already up. You support something that needs to go up and stay up. They don't need support to stay up. They are successful. And that's why I do not support the developers. Good. Start the backpack battle or reroll one more time to get the whetstone potentially. Let's reroll one more time. It's a Bloodthorn. After all, if we cannot find the whetstone, we will pivot to the Bloodthorn. That's gonna be rough. But it might work out, who knows? Start the backpack battle. Pineapple? No. Let's not overdo it. Interesting points. So it's just a case of wanting to pay for physical merch and copy of the game, but not for the digital version and the fun you're having in the game. I'm not paying for fun. I'm having fun. Paying for fun, that's prostitution, Faronia. That's not good. That's not good. Paying money, trading of goods should be trading of goods. You give gold and you get an apple, right? Whether you enjoy the apple or have fun eating the apple or use the apple to sustain yourself, doesn't matter. Just if money is in the game, then that money must not be for for the chemicals in your brain. That money must be for goods, for a trading, for an exchange of goods. Say it for the third time. All right, the round is won against the Thornbloom Ranger. Ah, should we have bought the stamina? Because yeah, we should have bought the stamina potion, because that's a third option actually. Huh. Good, it's just what it is now. But sooner or later we have to upgrade. We do have the Fortune's Bow now, which is great. But a katana would be way better. Bloodthorn would be amazing. Question is the Thorn Whip better than the Ripsaw Blade? Possibly, maybe not. Alright, alright. Okay, it's just a crooked way of looking at it. Huh? Huh? Crooked way of looking at it? Exchanging money for goods? I think that's pretty straightforward, Fernier. And if you're paying for fun, I think that might be the crooked way of looking at it. You pay for fun. That doesn't sound right. Does that sound right to you? I pay money for fun? To me, that sounds like prostitution. But alright. Let's reroll. Have the Wuppertinger, maybe. They are on sale and they would make the Nicky very big. And the Nicky could be great for the Artifact Stone Heat. And for nothing else. Sure, the full body protection. Actually, that's kind of nice to have the full body protection. What if we slaughter the piggy bank now? Then we could do something like make a room for the Wupperting. 31. This thing can go here. And then something expensive can go there. You're not expensive enough. Thorn Whip? Bum 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 bum. We will reroll. There's the whetstone. We almost missed it. That would have been bad. Good, we have the katana now, finally. Means the Thorn Whip can go. And we can reroll for something expensive for the Nicky. That is on sale. Leather bag on sale. I mean, we can buy it, but we're going to resell it later for sure. There is another lucky clover. The piggy is still in the game. Interesting. 2 lucky clovers, and we have a super lucky pig. Shop enter to gain money. Start of battle, gain 2 luck. Chance-based effects of the soldier items 12% more likely, you say. I like the piercing arrow. Can we slot the piggy next to it? If we move, I mean, the banana there is going to be too big anyhow. How do we get stamina then? Well, with these yellow stones, I suppose. Okay, I need to clarify what you mean with goods. Is it just something physical? Where is the line between goods and what you call prostitution go? Service. In fact, I had this idea that if I were to make a game, right? Let's hypothetically, and then I would make it a multiplayer game. I would ask for money for the digital copy of the game. Why? Because I provide a service, and that service is the server. Says there right in the name, where everybody gets together, and it's going to be different from this server of this game here, because this is just data. The infrastructure is there. You just have to buy the infrastructure. That's it. But a server in a real multiplayer game where there's interaction has to provide a good ping, and there's got to be a certain management and everything. So that would be fair to charge for the money once. But still, if I was the developer, I would still give something physical, some fan merch with that service. Now, actually, I'm completely against paying for services, but that's how the world works, and getting rid of that is a little bit complicated. I'm not sure if it's possible. I suspect it is absolutely possible to get rid of all service charges and just exchange goods for money and nothing else. I suspect it's possible, but I haven't thought too much about it, so I wouldn't dare go there right now here. So yeah, that's the exchange of goods. With the video game, it's pretty clear. Exchanging of goods and service and fun. 3 different categories. Because I pay to have fun with your product, but what if then I get burned out and I don't like the game anymore and I'm so used to playing it, and then in the end I don't have fun with it? Or what about all the other games that have FOMO, the fear of missing out in them, and then you don't have fun, you just have anxiety? What about all this stuff? What about all this stuff? You cannot put a number on that. It's all very fluid, and it's hard to analyze. Sure, you can put a number on it if you really set your mind to it, and if you're really into psychoanalysis and everything like that. But yeah, charging money for fun is definitely a mistake. Definitely a mistake. Should never do that. Charging money for a product, on the other hand, is good, but this is the thing. They call this a product. A video game is a product, but it's not. It's information. It's just like a story. Just like movies are just a story. They're getting told, and charging money for a movie is also wrong. Charging money for the movie experience of sitting there with 50 other people in a theater. Now, that again is a service. You provide the venue, and you provide the dates, and you have the screen up and everything. Then you charge money, people come in, pay for the service, all right. But the movie, the story in itself is just information. You cannot withhold information for money. That is immoral. But sadly, that is what is happening all the time. Buying physical merchandise and products means you're paying for a service already. Multiple, in fact. Yeah, sure, I know that. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said I didn't want to go there. It's really complicated. But I'm pretty confident I could come up with a way to not pay for these services, and have these people get the people who make the service, who provide the service, not make the service, be compensated for their work, but not have it linked to the customer buying the product. I think that could also be possible. It's probably just a logistics effort, honestly. But again, that's super complicated. I would go into that if I were to make that change. But we would only make that change if we would make the other change before that, right? Just one problem at a time, and start slow and start small. Good. Do we buy the Lucky Clover? Or do we reroll? Because the Necky can do better. And the Lucky Clover is too, but front-loaded luck is just so nice to have. Plus the piggy bank. Let's buy it. Let's buy it just for fun. Is there anything else? Yeah, we could slot more. Can you touch the Necky somehow? Because then the Necky would already be sped up like no tomorrow. Move this downward and not have this. Alright, alright. Now Let me put you up there. Cleanse me fast. And have the piggy be 100% slaughtered as well, just for fun. Good. And then the bird. Arg. The bird does not see this space here. So it cannot help out the corrupted crystal in any way, shape or form, no matter what we do to it. That's a bit rough. But the corrupted crystal is not our theme. We should not be worried. This is super powerful currently. Let's start the backpack battle. Good? Wonderful. We have a friendly fire and it's burning hot. We have good block. We're hitting hard with 8 points of damage. Wait, what? 26 crit only? 37 crit is a little bit better. We're getting hit hard by a Excalibur. Oh man, Excalibur? Oh no, they have 100 heat. Oh no, it's an Excalibur heat pump. Ah, they're printing heat with a friendly fire. And then the food goes so fast that the Excalibur triggers even more food and even more. And we cannot just, we just cannot penetrate. Brutal. But it is what it is now. Now we have the katana. And there is a pineapple on sale. Could move this over. Have the pineapple in for fun. We still need a crown. Otherwise this full body protection is going to complain. I mean, I do kind of like your idea of utopia or whatever you want to call it. Huh? This is all realistic. But it is a very childish and naive way of looking at how the world works. Rude. To be clear, I'm not saying you're childish or that wanting the idea to become real is childish. Just the essence of it. None of it will ever become reality for very good reasons. It's still good to hold fast to your own morals and dreams, though. Faronir. What? Dude, if there is a law that you cannot sell digital products, that you have to sell a physical thing with it, then that is a reality. It's not a complicated thing. Not at all. If somebody wants to do it, in fact, there's so many kings in this world, the king of Amazon, and the king of rocket science, and the king of telecommunication, and the 5 or so kings of healthcare, and the king of pharma industry. If any which one of them lobbies this, it is going to happen. It's not unrealistic at all. If somebody sparks an interest in it and makes it so, it's very complicated, says Faronir. It's very complicated. Yeah, start small, start with video games. Video games have been the target of all kinds of crap. It is, in fact, it's so easy to do. You say it's complicated. I tell you what's complicated. Making a vaccine is complicated. Making a vaccine is complicated. Now, the public pushed for not having any of these chemicals. What is this called? Quicksilver? I don't know. Some dangerous chemical not having in the vaccine. The public pushed for this. Now, in some I don't know in what other product. What was it, baby formula or something? But the danger. I
reign supreme again.
Childish. The dangerous thing that was in the vaccine that the public didn't want there was so minimal that it did not harm the user or the patient at all. But the public pushed for it because they say, I don't want to like it. So they were the childish people, they were the naive people, and they got what they wanted. What I am saying makes sense. And I agree with you that I probably will not get it, and that is probably a moral dream that I have, but it's not complicated. And it's not unrealistic at all. And it's good to see the Fat Cat. Fat Cat says, I'll say it. Child is childish. Yes. Despite the fact that we're childish, the idea to pay for a digital video game is stupid. And people are doing it all the time. And the brainwashing is so crazy. You can't this. What are you thinking? Outlawing digital video game sellage. What are you thinking? Why would you react like this? Like you react there? You're calling us childish and naive? Why would you do this? Because people told you to react this way. This is not your idea to react this way. You haven't thought about this. You haven't thought about this. You hear this idea for the very first time. This is what we assume. And even if you did not, you haven't thought it through 100%, because it is in fact very easy to regulate this. There are millions of examples where this got regulated. I mean, do you remember the 90s when on every CD there was a sticker, parental advisory, if there was cuss words inside? This got regulated. Regulating art is what people have been doing for centuries. I especially specified that I'm not calling you childish, though. You did, though. I also said I like your idea. Thank you. And to be clear, we're not mad at you or anything. We're just saying, and I have to apologize because I called you brainwashed. And we do not exempt ourselves from being brainwashed. But you have to think a little bit more critical in this world, because the power that the consumer has in theory is nothing compared to the power they have in reality. Because in reality, they don't have the power because they don't realize they have it. Imagine the consumer would say, we want a smartphone that doesn't have a touchscreen because the touchscreen is not very user-friendly. Imagine this. There wouldn't be a single cell phone that has a touchscreen in the world. That is the power of the consumer. And that is the power that the consumer is not using because of brainwash. Because here's the thing. A touchscreen is objectively very bad user input. It is horrible. It's a bad idea. Think about this. It's the same idea with a glass table. Glass table, you ask? Then think about it again critically. A table made from glass. Now, think about the touch screen critically. A screen, you look at the screen with your eyes. A screen that you touch. You cannot touch the screen without obscuring your vision. It's not a good idea from the beginning to the start. From beginning to end. I would support your idea, but the whole thing is way more complicated than what you say. Okay. First of all, even if you're right, and it is that complicated, is it more complicated than actually producing a video game or producing any kind of art and putting it out there? But even if you're right, any video game developer, can sell fan merchandise. It is nothing special. It is nothing special at all. So if this guy here says with the Backpack Battles, if he says, use your promo code that you got from buying the game on Steam, use your promo code, and we are going to send you a box with box art and inside a little bit of an instruction manual and a USB stick that has the form of a backpack. There is nothing that would stop them doing this. I can make a web page where you can buy merchandise. I can make this. Anybody can make this. This is not complicated at all. In no shape, way, or form is this complicated. I don't know what you're saying. Give me an example. What is the complicated thing there? I have no idea what you're talking about. Because on the developer themselves, they can do it, and making this a law is also possible, easily. Like I said, maybe you underestimate the power of the oligarchy that we live in. But, yeah. You should make merch. I'd buy it, says the fat cat. Man, we have to make merch. We promised this for years now to make merch. So that the fat cat can buy it. And be the only person to do to do. I mean, Farinir maybe would buy some merch. I don't know. I have no idea. But we have 14 gold. And we need to re-roll. Is there anything we're looking for particularly? Yes, another clover. For the piggy. To have the piercing arrow generate more luck. And then every hit is critical. Alright, let's re-roll. Nothing on sale. Gin lamp. We do have armor. This is good. We gain luck or spikes or we have luck. We have everything. The gin lamp could be fantastic. I think we want it, even though we might pay full price for it. Yes. And we will slot it up here somehow. Oh, that's a bit rough now. That is... What if we don't need the banana anymore, since we now have the Wolpertinger? And what is that merchandise giving you, says Farinir. Wait, what? What would that merchandise be giving you? The merchant, like I said, I like being a fanboy, and I like having my shelf full of the things that are in my life, like trading card games, Dungeons and Dragons books, figurines, dice, and what I have there. But I think I have my dice tossed in the corner somewhere. I didn't put them up on the shelf. But I do have some PlayStation games there that I bought, and I could show it off, but I'm actually not home. Not in my first home. I'm in my second home. In my real home that I actually own. But alright. Good. Yes, but what is it giving you? Why are you willing to pay for that? I'm willing to pay for it because I want to exchange money for goods. That's why I'm willing to pay for it. I have something I can fall back to. The digital thing, I have nothing to fall back to. If the developer says, I'm not maintaining the server anymore of the backpack battles, then I can play only against my reflection, which means I cannot play the game anymore. So I paid the money and I didn't get anything for it. Now, if I get a box, I can carry this box around, and I have an infinite amount of satisfaction from that, because there are a lot of possibilities what to do with this box. I can shove it up the oven. I can put it up on the shelf like I would do in reality. I can paint it over. I can give it to a friend. I can look at it. And that is all amazing. I heard you don't like to sleep with dice because all of the tossing and turning. We have to put this in the book, right? We have to put this in the book. Copy. Just a new text document here. Good. Save it. Good. And now we have 13 gold remaining. We buy the gin lamp. We sell the banana. The Nikki is going to still be very happy. And we have another fanny pack slot. Now, is this even the better triggerer? And it is. Good. So, can we get all the luck for permanent critage with the katana? Maybe. Let's reroll. Goop Man. Oh, killing games is a whole another thing, which is luckily getting addressed probably. Probably, but not properly. Goobert is there. And he is on sale. He's a pet, which helps out the Wolpertinger. But otherwise, probably cannot slot him correctly. I don't think we want Goobert. Even though with the fast triggering and the heat, we might be able to sustain ourselves a little bit better against the things to come. Carrot or lightsaber? Lightsaber Goopman. Heal for 25, inflict blindness for 3 seconds. No, thank you. Carrot Goobert, we don't have enough carrot. Contemplating Goobert in round 13. Is that really? No, it's not really. Another gin lamp. Imagine another gin lamp here. I don't think we have to imagine it. We can just do it. Because we like to do it. Then this guy could be here. We have one fewer thing to trigger. And we will not cleanse ourselves. Do we give up on the piggy? Let's sell the stones. What if you go down here, though? Then you waste a fanny pack, you fanny pack waster. We could still cleanse ourselves down here. For fun. Bum 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 bum. It is rough. It is rough. So we need 2 more. That means the healing herbs are a go-go now. We grab the lamp. Is there no way to make use of this fanny pack a little bit better? Now maybe we could move it out. And about. Can we move it up? And around? Maybe. Do we sell another healing herb for a protective purse to make things happen? I think we want to make this happen here. Somehow. But how? We could in theory give up on just a tiny tad amount of speed on the katana. Oops. Grab it, man. And then put the Wolpertinger in. However, as you said, you can fall back to merchandise. You can do what you want with it. It gives you satisfaction. How is the satisfaction of having a lump of plastic any different from the satisfaction of watching pixels? Well, you said it. You said it there. Is 2 very, very different things. Watching pixels and satisfaction of having a lump of plastic, that sounds very different. It sounds very different to us. It's a different ball game. And yeah, playing the video game is satisfying. And having something in your hands is a different kind of satisfaction. We would argue that playing a video game is the satisfaction of hearing a story being told. And collecting something is the peace of mind with which you can fall asleep to. It's very different. One is something that currently engages you, and the other one is the thing that is part of your mindset, which all comes back to the idea of having a castle, a mind castle, a fantasy castle, or a mental construct where you live. Everybody should have one. So what you do is you imagine something, anything, and you put things in that something, anything. Now, the easiest thing, of course, is to have a house, and you put a white couch inside of that house. And then you imagine yourself sitting on that couch. and you have the couch represent something. Like, for example, that white couch for me is truth. So I sit down on that couch and I'm at peace because I know I rest on truth. Something like that. And this is how you structure your brain and become a healthy person. Brain-wise. And that is a completely different satisfaction than watching a movie or listening to somebody's day or dancing to music. It's two different ball games in a different ballpark, playing with your balls. So what is now triggering here the arrow? And why aren't you willing to pay for a movie or a game? Like I said, money should be for the exchange of goods. And I would love to pay for a movie or a game if it is within an experience. Like within a service experience. Even though, again, like I said before, in my ideal world, there's also no paying for services. There are things you can interact with. Yes, but the kind of interaction. It is a difference if I sleep and dream. It is a difference if I ride a bike. And it is a difference if I sing a song. Not everything is the same. The mind is a complicated thing. And they're all physical things. They're all physical things. Everything is physical. Yes, everything is physical. You are correct. The world is a physical thing. Good. So, and Nikki and Boots. And now we have super fast lambs for the katana. And we do great. We do take great care here with our build. Because we want to see all 18 rounds. That somehow is important to our story. Good. Can we get the fanny pack in to help us out even further? And that is a resounding yes. And let's make it pretty. Now we're still looking for the crown. But we will find it, I promise. Not even in a survival mode yet. It's fine. Good. Start the backpack battle with 2 Jin Lambs. And see if these guys can make the katana super powerful. Right, we need 7 luck, 7 spikes, and 7 mana. Luck, spikes, mana. And then we also need armor, which is no problem with the vampiric armor. But we're getting shut down by the cold, and we have no cleansing except for the carrot. Oh dear, we're getting shut down. Otherwise we could. The katana deals a lot of damage, but we're shut down. I thought we were generating heat here somehow. So you should be the authority on deciding what kind of experience should be worth money? Says Faronir. I never said this, Faronir. I'm a technocrat. Do you know what a technocrat is? Peter Thiel is not a technocrat. Here's a hint. Elon Musk is not a technocrat. That's another hint. Technocrats are people who think that competent people should be in charge of... competent people should do what they're competent in, is basically it. So incompetent people should not be in charge of things that need a lot of competence. So when somebody says it's alright to have microtransactions on your phone to alleviate your fear of missing out, then that person is incompetent. And you need to get somebody in who is a little bit more well versed in the did I say it the wrong way around? Well versed in the art of psychoanalysis. Because yeah, you should not be paying money to alleviate your fear of missing out. That is objectively wrong. And that is what is currently happening on your phone all the time. Well, maybe not on your phone, Fernier, because you seem to be a smart guy. But how many people spend so many dollars on microtransactions that they will regret later in their life? How many people do it? It's immoral. And I think, yeah, there should be an authority to decide too much is too much. A little bit of gambling, sure. But this really damaging system, this is ruining people's lives. Granted, if that people had better education, they would realize what they're doing is probably not a good idea, and then these people could not profit. But there's a balance, and only learned people, only educated people should have the authority to maintain that balance. So yeah, who should decide? Well, is it all right to go out on the street and slap somebody in the face or spit in the face of somebody just because you don't like them? Who's to decide this? It's my spit. I do with it what I want. No, I'm not the one to decide, but they are competent people who can decide this. And this is just our idea, making the world a better place. And I hope somebody who can decide this will decide it. But currently we're living in an oligarchy and not a technocracy, so competent people are not in charge. Oh yes, I'm very much against pay-to-win games and predatory practices, but not microtransactions as a whole. Microtransactions as a whole, alright. Maybe there are some good ones, I don't know. But the majority of microtransactions is just... it's just awful. Now, here's a microtransaction I don't like. Maybe you know the game StarCraft 2. We played a little bit. And you can pay like $2 and get a skin. Right. I don't like it. Why? Because if I see that money, I'm getting reminded, oops, I don't have enough money to make my dreams a reality. So immediately I get torn out of my immersion of the game. Now, if you say video games are an art form, and I do say that, then ripping somebody out of immersion is definitely not a good idea and makes the game worse. So I hate that microtransaction. And if you're saying don't outlaw it, it's not predatory, then I say maybe. But it's still bad, and I think there should be quality control, and I would be against it. But if the smart people say, nah, that's alright, then I would yield and say, alright, I will not do it when I make a video game. But the law has nothing against it, so alright. Alright, it's not predatory enough, it doesn't kill too many people, so alright, sure, why not? But yeah. Yeah, microtransactions as a whole, being against it, it would be easier to outlaw them as a whole, would be easier. So that's why I'm for that, because it's not a good idea. So just get rid of it. So that's my standpoint on it. But I'm willing to have an argument and to yield your points. Like somebody would say, well, there's a microtransaction that is a good idea because of these and those reasons. And that is why we shouldn't outlaw it. And maybe somebody needs this microtransaction for, I don't know. I have no idea why it could be a good idea to have a microtransaction in your game. But it's in our view, it's always a bad idea. But yeah, I would yield. What about the prismatic orb here? It is on sale, so we buy it. Good, but we wanted one thing that is crucial, and that is a helmet. Here is one, and it could be even a good one. This is not going to be the crown, we're not going to be invulnerable, we have only 2 tries remaining, but we will not get frosted down again like we did last round, because that really sucked, if we're being honest. Good, and we're mostly honest. How about... no, we're really honest. How about getting a lot of holiness here? to increase our heal, because we don't have much heal. Currently it's just a pineapple. What the heck? We're sustaining a vampiric armor and all we have is a pineapple? Really? So we do have a little bit of vampirism for the katana, but this doesn't look very sustainable. I think optional, visual microtransactions that don't affect the actual gameplay are a fine way for games to collect money from fans. That's Fernia. Again, I think they're a very lazy and stupid way to collect money from fans. I think the better way to collect money from fans is plushies. Luckily, StarCraft 2 has both, right? Right, but also wrong. Because I would really enjoy having my units look different and having customization of my units. I would really, really enjoy it. And there's no way of grinding the game and getting those visuals. So yeah, I really hate it. I think StarCraft is mid. As a video game, it's rather low quality. But as an esport, it is the top of the notch. Oh, that's not an expression. It is top notch. Absolutely, it is. I think, in our opinion, it is the best esports game there is. StarCraft 2. I cannot think of an esports game that is better. But as a video game, it is quite mid. It is not a great video game. It's really bad. And it could be good. That's the tragic thing. That is the tragic thing about it. They could even make a role play out of it. You have a character and you go around and you real-time strategy your character and you talk to people. And that could be the campaign, because the campaign is just so boring. I don't know. We did play a little bit of Brood Wars. It wasn't boring to us because we didn't know any better. We were 14 years old. Nah, I don't know how old we were actually doing Brood Wars. But could be we were 5 years old. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah. So Prismatic Orb is in. This is everything done. We have the full body protection. We will get a nice cap of discomfort. Oh shoot, it will not help against getting bogged down. We need a shepherd's crook or something, which is of course not in the cards as a ranger. What was our unique item? Actually. What was it? Oh, the artifact stone heat. Maybe not the strongest. Because what happens if we're very fast? We just kill ourselves faster. There's no healing, there just is no healing. There's no regeneration. Whoop-it here. Gives regeneration. Let's go. We have only two healing herbs left. Oh, this guy is healing, that's for sure. 2 pineapples, a crown, and a goobert. Yeah, that'll do it. Also vampirism, nocturnal locklifter. Come on, 210 critical hit. Oh yeah. That is what we're talking about. Fernia says, oh yes, it's a peak of competitive gaming. As a game, StarCraft 2 is one of the most polished games out there as well. The single player experience isn't the peak of gaming, but it's a peak of RTS. Why? Because it's polished? It's the peak of RTS. Well, it certainly is up there, right? Let's put it that way. But as a game, not as an RTS. Still mid. What we liked is this Warhammer 40k game. That was a real-time strategy game. That was pretty good. That was pretty amazing. Good. We like that way better than StarCraft 2. But in StarCraft 2, it's just so satisfying to go 1v1 against somebody who also plays by the same rules there in this polished setup. And then we cannot slot the bird anymore. That is a rough bit. And at worst, we're gonna look stupid. So the fault isn't in the execution of StarCraft 2, but the limits of RTS genre. The limits of RTS genre. No. What we don't like about StarCraft as an RTS, as a game, is that you cannot customize as a player, and that it doesn't bring something new to the table. And it's just going through the campaign there. I don't know. It's just we have done these things before. And the story it tells, it's just a railroaded. Is that railroad? Is that a word? Yeah, railroad. Railroad storyline. I don't know. It's just nothing special. It's just nothing special. If you compare it to the esports experience, which is special every time, then why would you play a single player campaign? We will definitely not. 60. Good. More inventory space. Surviving 4 rounds sounds like a good idea. Another box? We'd rather not. Hey, we didn't check the damage on the katana, did we? What about the pig? Are we still looking for a clover? Because I have 4 more rounds. Ruby egg, not a good idea. Another Wolpertinger. Another Wolpertinger with the heat? Let's do it, actually. Let's do it and craft up the gems now. Because our stamina solution is in. Then something triggers fast. Could be an amethyst. Right. Still, I would love the pineapple inside. You're right, that story could be better and that has nothing to do with the game genre. I think the RTS, if you say it's great as an RTS, yes, that rhymes. Sure. But what does this matter? Because as the consumer of the art, I don't know, as the purveyor of the art, I don't know what word to use, but as the user, that's maybe the best word. You don't care about the genre. If the game is satisfying for you to play. So I have seen somebody play a genre that they don't like, but the game is so good that they say, whatever, I'm gonna do it because I want to see what's next. Like they keep going because they're in the flow and the game engages them. So yeah, that's maybe where the StarCraft is lacking. Maybe, but like we said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us at all because we play it because of the esports experience, and the esports experience is great. Yesterday we played a game on the ladder, and we were economically ahead. We didn't know it, and they had an army. We gave up at that point in time. Or did we keep going and just gave up mentally? I don't know. But in the end, we learned so much from the game, and it was engaging, and we did lose, and it was still fun. And we had that the very first time back in December when we played StarCraft 2 for the first time. We had that feeling. We did lose, but it was fun, and that is something that is very rare. Very rare in a video game. In a competitive video game, maybe. And then we need another clover. Maybe we can get it. We have 3 gold remaining, so reroll. Nope, we didn't get it. Ugh, only 4 more rounds and we still don't have our lucky piggy. That's a bit rough, because it could touch on the Paradise Burp as well. What level do you play at? Oh, I suck. I still suck, but we're getting better, which is very unfair. I should not tell, but I'm too honest. I have to tell. We're getting coached and we learn so much by getting coached. I don't know why the guy is coaching us. He's just a good guy, but this is an unfair advantage. Today we played again 3 games against our real life friend, and I think we were in a very good position. And 3 times we had no problems winning the game, and that's just because of the coaching. It's so unfair. Wait, did you say it started in December? It was StarCraft 2. Yeah, it was StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2. We did play real-time strategy before. Not competitive though. Local area network. We did play StarCraft. That's where we got exposed to Dota. And we played a lot of Dota. But we did play Warcraft 3. And that was quite intense. In a local area network where you sit in a sweaty room and you eat junk food and you're there with your friends and you're having a good time. It's a little bit different. It's definitely more satisfying than grinding the game online. I went hard on StarCraft in 2010. Really? How far did you go, Farinir? Farinir, let's play around. We're gonna finish this up and play around with the Farinir. What's your battle tag? Hold on, we go to isn't there a shortcut for desktop? Windows key escape? Because there is the battle.net here somewhere. Let's finish this up first. Good. I was High Master Zerk. High Master? What the heck is High Master? You mean Grandmaster? Or just Master? You were high in the Master? Or you were just high? So you were Master League and high up there. Almost Grandmaster is what you're saying. Yeah, Zerk we have problems with. If you look at our stats, that's the matchup we dread. I played in a few tiny tournaments, but obviously didn't win anything. Really? So you're gonna wreck us? Oh, oh, high up in the Masters. Good. We have stamina 8, round 15 gold, only 2. We're still looking for a Glover. We cannot get it. Heroic potion doesn't help us at all. Piggy we're gonna just keep for luck now. Not for economy, I don't think we need it much anymore. It's fine, and we start the backup battle. What is the Windows key for desktop? Windows D? We're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it in a second. Nullified. 60 critical damage, 50 critical, 105 critical damage. Boom. 69 damage, our favorite damage. Oh no, it's been 16 years since. No way I can play to any good degree anymore. 16 years, StarCraft 2? StarCraft 2 is an old game? Fanny pack? Yes, please. More poison? Yes, please. Heart container. 3 rounds until the next character. This is gonna be our last matchup. We're gonna play StarCraft. I don't know. Maneki Nico goes where? I think it's a good idea to have another Nikki, honestly. Because of these Jin Lambs. It's just so powerful. Feels wild to say 16 years out loud. Holy frog. Yeah. It is what it is. It is rough. And it is sad. So another whetstone for the katana. No. Heart container. We did keep our healing herbs. But it's only 4. Nothing is using the herbs. So if these Wolpertingers trigger, we might gain 100 maximum health to empower and healing increase. I think it's worth our time and money. So let's put it in. Hold on. Can we slot it a little bit better? Oh yeah, oof, look, the vampiric armor in 2 fanny packs. Vampiric armor is trying to kill us. But now the heart is in. And we should be fine. Good. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Another Neki. Could be great, but we just cannot buy it. It's fine. We're powerful. Start the backpack battle? Yeah, 2 Wolpertingers, 2 Gen Lamps. Let's see if both Gen Lamps trigger. Probably not. Come on, Wolpertingers. Whoosh. And we get so many... Did we get empowered from that? Yeah. Oh no, they're nullifying us? Where are our things? Oh no. We actually used our buffs for the Gen Lamps. Get the 0.9. How much heat do we have? 9? Katana deals 56 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. They try to corrupt us. They try to poison us. Oh, this looks actually like a horrible deck there. Not really a measure. Because we end up with only 45 poison. How long did the fight go actually? Yeah, we were quite fast. 11 seconds to win. Good. Rouge, a regular topaz. And there is another yellow stone. We could even slot it. Chance to resist stunts, that might be crucial. Let's slot it actually. And turn the boots upside right. And the full body protection slotted correctly. We did not have that before. Good thing we didn't get punished. Alright. Can you go faster? There's no way to slot it into the Paradise Burp. Which is sad. We could move this over and slot another thing. Actually, we could, and we will. Look at this fast cleansing now. A little bit of optimization never hurt anybody. And we could bank the stone for no reason by the fanny pack. Another helmet would wreck us because we can only wear one. And we reroll. There is a flute. Not necessary. It is on sale. And it would slot somewhat. You can slot it temporarily. What about the blood amulet for fun? Are we still looking for Clover to make the pick for the last round? And then slot it in the Paradise Burp. Each items gain 7% chance of duplicate buffs they gain. It's probably not necessary actually. Maybe the 2 vampirism and 20 maximum health already is better. But it costs so much, and that's why we got the Neki for, so we reroll. There is a crown. Should we switch out the cap of discomfort for a glowing crown? Becoming invulnerable. It's normally king. It's a good question now. Nullifying buffs? 15% with a piggy? So when are you pirating the 1.1 version of the game? I did. I have it. Windows D is desktop. Backpack battles. I have it. It's firing up. We're gonna run both at the same time, which might or might not be a good idea. So which one is on top? The wrong one? Backpack battles. We could just display capture. There you go. There it is. You can play the engineer. Good. And of course the problem is if you start the backpack battle, we play against the dark reflection only. So that is... Oh, it says connecting. Wait a minute. It says connecting. Maybe we can play the new version. I have no idea. Is our firewall telling us something? No. So it just tries to connect and... that's it then. Good. Alright. But soon enough, I think we can play. Good. So crown or no crown is the issue. Also, we can we can turn this back on. Sorry, we have turned it off for a moment there, but it's back up here. Is it? Did we close down the wrong backpack battles? I think we did. Whoops. Good, let's get it back up and running. Right. Also, why is it not saying technical difficulties? When oh, because it says the fool's errand. Huh. Oh, because we copied it. Hey, we're learning so many things. We're learning how to use the... Oh, we did not close it down, did we? It's the Windows D that messed everything up. Or... I think it might have crashed because it does that sometimes. Let's fire it up again. RIP. Hold on. Just a second. And where's my technical difficulties image? Browse. Pictures. And it crashed again? Stop crashing. I think we're jumping around too much. Let's open this, say okay, have it there. And this is our technical difficulties picture. No, it's not. But it's what we have right now. Fit to the screen. Good, it's loading up. Dum, 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 dum. Good. Why is it not showing on stream? Because there's a little bit of a delay. Wonderful. We could turn the camera on. What about that? Is that a good idea? Backpack Battles is on. Good. And it crashed again. I think it might be because we're not committing to it. Let's commit to it. Load it up. And we're not clicking anything. And the first click will be in the game. Right. Also, we can turn our cooling pad on a little bit more. Oh, we're losing so many viewers because of these technical difficulties. Everybody is bored. That's fine. Like and subscribe. Click the link on the YouTubes. And become a member. At joinpacman.com. Not just kidding. Good, but we do have YouTubes and we do have a Discord. In case you're interested in more fantastic gameplay. Continue game. Do not buy the crown, let's just reroll. Look for another clover. This is not a clover. Keep re-rolling. There's a bow and arrow. We can bank the stone for no reason. Reroll for 2. Let's go. There's a protective purse. I suppose we could collect the stuff. And look at this. Another gin lamp. Is it possible? I think it might not be possible. But what if it is? What? heck? We have 3 Gen Lambs. Which one will trigger first? That is a question. Good. So that looks fantastic. The flute is slotted as well. And we have 0 gold remaining. The lucky piggy in the bank. Start the backpack battle. Good. And it's crown again. 3 molten daggers. A turbo schmelly. Wow, they're invulnerable. That's not good for us. And we deal so much damage. 167. The bow is at 45 damage. The katana is at 87 damage. And everything has a 100% crit chance. No, for some reason, oh, we don't have luck because we use it up immediately. Ah. It's not a detriment to our damage output for some reason. Get this nice cooldown with the 12 heat. Is alright. 12% crit hit chance plus 3 for each luck. So currently we have 18%. Interesting, good. And then in the next second we have more. 3 more probably. Last round. Did we do anything? I think no, it's gonna be fine. Acorn collar. Doesn't have any space. Just shuffle through the items here. There's another crown again. There's a box of riches. You could temporarily... This is what you can do. Temporarily slot the box of riches. Reroll. And now there's a chance to get riches. Reroll again. Oh, it's just a chipped sapphire. Reroll again. No big thingy. Reroll again. There's a big thingy. A regular sapphire. We sell the piggy. And now we can slot the regular sapphire into the sword, which means we will get a lot of striking through their armor and a lot of frosting, which we wouldn't have gotten if we did not buy this temporarily for in between the round. Is a little bit of a trick and it's a good thing. Right, do we need stamina? No, we have 4 patingers. Good, and then we start the backpack battle. Last round, we have 3 tries remaining. This has been great. This has been real good. And there is an ice dragon, frozen buckler. They're gonna try and shut us down. They're relatively successful. Look at all this frost. I think they might be successful, but if we keep it at 40 and 200, wow. What was that crit? 222 critical damage with the katana. Nice. Fortune's Hope 50. Did win this with 3 tries remaining. A beautiful run. Fantastic. Good. We're going to be back with more gameplay in a second. But we're going to play a little bit of StarCraft. Just for the moment, and we're going to open the window because it's going to be a real stressful and heated. And having the wind blow through here is a good idea. Open a window downstairs, we'll think about it. But for now we're gonna say visit the YouTubes. Thank you for watching. We got the 5 archives there, and all of us are going there if you want your favorite game being played and listen to that. A little bit of blabber and fantastic game music in the background. We have the auction included playing right now. Pretty cool stuff. And until next time, which will be in 5 minutes, have a good day and a good night.